Aragi here, coming at another video review. Today, as you can see, I'll be taking a look at the 1 to 100th scale Master Grade Gundam Epyon from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. So, here you can see him in his twin-headed dragon mode. And to start things off, here's his size in this mode compared to a soda can. Trying not to knock him over because he's very unsteady in this mode. His colors in this mode are a little non-standard for a Gundam. Mostly a dark kind of burgundy with a very dark blue, medium gray, bluish gray, yellow, and a few little bits of black. Oh, and clear parts and a few stickers. View from above, view from below, but that's really just the chest of the robot. Yes, as you can see, this guy does not stand very well in this mode. At all. Huh. Cool. Now, for what it's worth, the posability on this guy is pretty good. Both heads have really long necks with a whole lot of joints. The head itself can move up and down on a ball joint, tilt side to side, and turn side to side. It's a little hard to get in there, but the mouths can both open. This joint can move up and down on a ball joint, so do everything you need. This joint can only move up and down on a hinge. This joint can move up and down on a hinge. This joint, out to the side, up and down, pretty much anywhere you need to go. Wings can move in and out as well as up and down. Tail is on a bunch of ball joints, can twist, turn, move up, move down, pretty much anything you need it to do. You can also push the joints in to stiffen them a little bit to get a more specific pose. The legs, they technically have posability here, but I don't think that really counts. I think it just really counts from here down, so they can move up and down a little bit, and the claws can move up and down. Obviously, I'm not going to count this head just yet, but that's pretty much it for the posability. He doesn't really have any accessories to speak of that aren't already on him in this mode, and I already showed those to you, so let's just get straight into the transformation then. So to start things off, you want to come back here and then just pull off the entire tail section. It's attached in a very secure set of tabs, but it will come off. You also want to take this little mount piece and pull it out and just get that off to the side. Now that that's done, go ahead and take the wings, push them in, and that will collapse them and fold up all those panels. And come back here, take this panel here, detach it from the back, take this section here, swing this panel out. Can sometimes be a little tricky to swing it out properly, but once you do, you can take this entire section and just accordion it down into place. And then you want to take the legs, swing them down just a bit so you can get all this where it's supposed to be. There's a set of tabs there that goes into a groove up here. So you want to make sure you get that all situated. There. That was a little more difficult than I expected. Then just take the back skirt armor and collapse it up. Then come down to the legs and take this panel, or this section, and slide it up so that it locks into place. Take these spikes and fold them up. Unfold the feet. just to make sure you get him to where he's standing properly. Then you want to come back here to the wings, take this entire assembly and slide it up. Doesn't really lock into place, it just kind of sits there, but it's secure enough that it's not really going to fall down on you too much. Take these claws and fold them back into the forearms. Then just take the hands, and once you get him where he's going to stand on his own feet, just take the hands and pop them into those ball joints there. Wish there was a way to keep the hands on him in his dragon mode, but what can you do? And just swing the arms down, and there you have the 1/100th scale Master Grade Gundam Epyon in mobile suit mode. Let's just keep things rolling right along. Here's his new size compared to a soda can. Comes up to right about his waist, which is kind of average size for 1/100th scale models. Just get that out of the way. His colors in this mode are identical to the other mode, since nothing was really hidden before. Kind of medium burgundy red, dark blue, dark gray, light grayish blue, yellow, green, and a small hint of white, which I forgot to mention in the other mode. It was still there, just harder to see since it was on his belly. As is kind of expected, his posability in this mode is significantly improved. His head can move up and down, tilt side to side, and rotate freely side to side, as well as move back and forth at a joint in the body. Arms have a joint in the body, allows them to move back and forth and up and down. They can also rotate conceivably all the way around, but the wings get in the way. Shoulder armor moves up and down just a bit. Arms move out to the side that far, rotate all the way around below the bicep, or below the shoulder, bend that far at two joints in the elbow, though no armor movement, which is kind of disappointing. Hands are on ball joints, so they can, pretty much move wherever you need them to, as long as you have the armor out of the way. This armor isn't firmly attached, so it kind of moves around a little bit, but hands can move side to side, rotate, wiggle. Thumb is on a ball joint. There is not posable fingers on this guy, because this is the only set of hands he comes with, and you just have removable fingers. Waist can tilt back and forth, side to side, and rotate. Cockpit can open too. A little yellow panel opens up. Not a whole lot to see in there, but it is pretty nicely detailed. The wings can swing in and out, rotate up and down, though they're dragged down by their own weight. These little panels here can move up and down, and the thruster bells are on ball joints. This little panel here can move in and out for whatever reason. Front skirts can move wherever you need them to. Side skirts can do the same thing. Back skirts can move wherever you need them to as well, especially out to the side. Legs can move forward that far, back that far, bend that far at two joints in the knee. Again, no arm movement, which is mildly disappointing. There is a joint here in the ankle, back and forth, side to side, rotate just a little bit. Same thing in the foot, side to side, rotate, and back and forth. The front of the foot can also move up and down, mainly because of the transformation. As for accessories, he has a few, but not an overwhelming amount. So, to start things off nice and simple, he comes with an array of extra fingers. For now, he has the closed fist fingers in, but he also has splayed hand fingers, as well as gripping fingers for holding his beam sword. He also has his shield and beam sword, which, going from dragon mode, are all one piece, so you just want to take this off and get it out to the side. You also want to take this panel off. It was used to help mount to the stand. Then, to get it so he can actually use it, take this little clip, fold it this way, take this entire section, swing it this way, and then swing this out, and he can now hold it. As for posability, like I mentioned before, it has a lot of ball joints. Every single segment has a ball joint, so it can do pretty much whatever you want. There's also a hinge joint up here for some extra mobility. You can also slide them in to get a straight pose, if that's what you need. They're not going to wiggle too much like that. Or you can pull them back out to get a more free-flowing pose, like that. Mounting it to him isn't too difficult. This little clip here forms a tab, and there is a slot on the back of his arm there. Just put the tab into the slot. Now you can hold it. Aside from just, whipping it around, there's really not much you can do with it. As for the fingers, they're pretty easy to get in. Just take out the existing fingers. They're held on a relatively loose tab. Make sure you get the right side, and then there is a tab there. Put it into the slot inside his hand. Nice and easy. He's also got his beam sword. Pretty nicely detailed, lots of ribbing in there. Comes with a single effect part, what am I thinking? A beam blade, clear green, just goes into here. Nice big blade. Can be stored on him, and that's actually part of equipping it. There's a big peg there. Goes into a port on his side skirt right there. And to use it, he simply takes it out, and there is a secondary part, a long bendy wire with a piece here at the end. And this piece attaches to the actual handle, and then this piece goes into the little storage battery pack thing. Getting him to actually wield it isn't too difficult. Just take this hand with a tab inside there, attach it to the slot in there, and after bending and maneuvering the wire as you need, get the fingers back into his hand, hopefully, maybe. Why aren't you going in? There we go. It's kind of quick and dirty, but that's him with the sword actually wielded. Again, just put the blade on like this. And there he is with it ready to go. Not too shabby. I know it was rather short and simple, but that finishes up my review of the 1:100 scale Master Grade Gundam Epyon from Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, or New Mobile Report Gundam Wing, as it was originally called, I believe. But whatever. So that review is done. So until the next review, bye.